Fight, fight, stand up and fight, fight. Tired of being pushed around, tired of looking the other way. Stop looking the other way. Time to stop being afraid. Stop wishing. Start doing. This is not the time to be afraid. Stand up and fight. Fight. Fight.
Oh boy. Here she is. It is Wacky Wednesday. What's up, y'all? We are now in a new part of the Savage Room. You're not going to see this for long, but we in the middle of moving, so, things going to change around here. However, we are in the Savage Room, but we in a whole different part of the Savage Room. We're in Queendomship. We are. Surprise! This is my special of Queendomship to replace what we're supposed to really do today. If you don't know that, don't mind your business. Y'all know who I am. And if you don't know who I am, go look at the beginning of the video. It's going to tell you who I am. I shouldn't have to tell you now while you're on my channel. Anyway, so what are we doing today, Baby Whisper? Oops, that's who I am. Y'all know that. Anyway, what are we doing today? We are talking about the fear to overcome. Self-determination. Now, a lot of y'all have been in my inbox. And y'all been asking me, can you break down the letters of the law? And if y'all don't know what the letters of the law was, you need to go join the Savage Room. Yeah. So, this might be one of the videos that's going to lead you up into the Savage Room. I'm going to do one of the pre-teachings right now, which is of self-determination. Now, we all know, I homeschool, we got a whole thing going on. So, if you hear noises, it's a normal household. I just got to do stuff. So, I got teenagers, so I get to sit down. So, let's talk about this. Starting off, this is the Savage Room. This is a sacred space for us to learn, uplift each other, teach each other, and most of all, get yourselves together. Anyway, but this is a safe, sacred space. Inside these doors, when you leave, you're going to leave with some kind of knowledge. That is a promise, and it's a guarantee. Now, for those of y'all who like to combative everything, the knowledge you're going to leave with is you not that smart. But we not going to go there. We going to leave it be. Now, I ain't say I was going to be nice. I said I was going to be real. So, you might not like some of the things I say, but you're going to understand that it's going to teach you a little something. With that said, the fear to overcome. First, before you can learn anything, you must understand the definitions of words. And words is something that I teach to the kids, I teach to the teens, I teach to the parents. I think that we talk about words all the time. Some of y'all call words spells. Some of y'all call words blessings. In the middle of it all, you still have a core thing called word. So, self-determination is the ability to make choices and decisions based on one's own value, goals, and desires. It involves taking responsibility for one's life and action despite of challenges and obstacles. There are two words here. The first word is self, which means you. The second word is determination. Determination has a lot of variables in it. But the question of it all is, how do you keep your self-determination when you keep getting hit by the obstacles of life? Now, the obstacles of life is every encounter you have negatively in every situation that comes up. Some of us don't understand that when we're around certain people, your atmosphere and your circle and whoever you are around can determine whether your self-determination will be attacked. Now, some people say attacked. That's a physical thing. No, it's not. Attacked is two things. It is spiritual and physical. And a lot of us don't like talking about the spiritual because we don't understand the dynamics of how spiritual is a part of everyone's life. We always like to talk about the physical things and never like to talk about the spiritual things. Spiritual and physical is a part of the chessboard of life. It works together. If you didn't know that, you don't have to go to a building or no one has to tell you that. Look at your life. You get a feeling before something bad happens. Someone walks near you and you be like, that person weird. You don't know that person, but you get that feeling. Our whole life is built off vibration and spiritual things. Whether we remember that or not, that's where it goes. So, the importance of self-determination. You guys, I say this a lot. You guys take this to the wrong side of the bridge. So let's come back to the middle of the chessboard. Empowerment, resilience, and fulfillment is how determination stands against any chaos in your life. Empowerment is self-determination empowers individuals to shape their own destinies and pursue their dreams. The problem that we have with empowerment is that most of us need someone else to empower us to move. If you don't have the self-will to know when you have a dream or you have something that you want to do, to get up and go do it, you're never going to get self-determination. You're always going to have reliable self-determination. Self-determination itself is being able to pick yourself up and do something even though you know it's going to be difficult. Reliable self-determination is when your friends, your mother, your teacher, someone has to tell you, you're good at this. And you could suck. And you won't even know. You could be walking up someone else's destiny, helping them get there. And you're using yourself to push someone else and don't even know. Which brings in the illusionists. And they also bring in the magicians. And those people right there are the people that know what to pull on. Empowerment is a strong word that is manipulated every day because most people empower people so they can see what you can do and how they can use your potential. If you don't have the will to know what yourself can do, you're never going to hold empowerment to yourself. I don't even know if y'all got that, but if you rewind, all the views count, so rewind. Anyway, so resilience. I don't think nobody on this earth understands the power of resilience. Half of us think that when they break down our will, if you're in some kind of domestic problem, if you are with a person who is a narcissist, the first thing they go for is resilience. It's not your self-worth. It's not, what do they call it? It's not your self-esteem. It's resilience. Resilience is what holds up the self-worth and self-esteem. A lot of us don't understand the power that we have inside ourselves because the words that we speak, we don't understand what the actual words mean. So, resilience. Cultivating self-determination builds resilience and the ability to overcome adversity. See? Most of us think self-esteem stands by itself, but self-esteem stands for resilience. The reason why is because resilience is that part of self-determination that you have to build that's on autopilot. And a lot of us don't know how to put that on autopilot. A lot of us stand next to ourselves and say, I know my self-worth. You can know your self-worth and have no resilience and have no result because you don't understand resilience holds up self-worth. Self-esteem, it holds up self because yourself has to be empowering yourself to get up when anything comes your way. In order to do that, we have to build ourselves what we call the wall. Y'all remember these walls? The wall. The wall of fury. I love that movie Fury. Anyway, the wall of fury is what we have to build up. But it's actually called the wall of self. The wall of self spells out for itself. S-E-L-F. I'm gonna see if y'all can get it. Empowerment is the E. Love is the L. 4C is the F. Y'all know what the S is? Survival. Survival, empowerment, love, 4C. The reason why self spells that out is because the resilience of self is no matter what comes your way, you have to know who you are, stand in your truth, and understand 10 toes down that this is you. So self spells words out to us. And unless we understand and know why the resilience is there, the resilience will never have the wall of self. You can survive. That's the S. You empower yourself. That's the E. You love yourself. That's the L. You foresee the bullshit coming. Foresee the bullshit coming to you does not mean that you understand what it is. It means that once you find out what this person is, you know how to block, get rid of, and cut off. Take away all the soul ties. You know how to do that. That's why you have that wall. That's why you have the wall around resilience. But it begins with self. Fulfillment. Now, y'all thought I was going to put the F as fulfillment. 4C and fulfillment is the exact same thing. You can't fulfill the empowerment to yourself. You cannot tell the truth to yourself. You cannot be loyal to yourself if you don't understand that you have to follow through for yourself. Now, why am I talking about just about self and not determination? You can't have determination if you don't understand self. Everybody saying self has a part of selfishness. Selfishness is there for a reason. That person fears of losing themselves. Everyone who is selfish has a fear of losing themselves. Everyone that is selfless understands that their resilience will stand strong. So even if they have to fight for someone else, they will. The problem with selfless is we forget that we have to go back and pour into self. Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Now we're going to get to the purpose. There is a biggest fear that everyone has of overcoming anything that comes your way, which brings in determination. If you don't understand the purpose and the importance of self, you're never going to understand the importance of determination. Determination and self are two things that are dependent on one thing: personal growth and development. In order for you to have self-determination at a point where you can withstand most of the things come our way, because there are going to be some situations that come your way and you're not going to understand why the hell it's coming your way, and you're not going to understand why you got to keep dealing with it. The purpose of understanding self-determination is that a lot of people attack our determination to continue. A lot of people attack. And when I use the word attack, it's brutal, because attack means physically taking something down. But think about it. If things keep going the wrong way, you're going to physically feel like you're attacked. Spiritual attack is more powerful than physical attack. You can heal your wounds and put band-aids on things when you're physically attacked. When you're a spiritual attack, you got to go deep into yourself. You have to get rid of those D's. Y'all know the D's I'm talking about? Depression. Don't. Y'all know those? That is the fear that comes up of overcoming. A lot of us get attacked both ways. People don't like the potential they see in you. So they're going to come after you in two different ways. And your determination is going to tell whether you're going to withstand it or you're going to give into it. A lot of us give into it and change our course. And we realize that when we change our course, we end up back where we thought we would never be. Because you can't take away something that is put in you to do. Your potential is what you protect. It is the most valuable part of our intelligence that we have. And no one understands that you have to protect it. And understanding self-determination helps you protect what you have of value. The skill you have can have nothing to do with the potential you have. And the skill that you have built can build your potential to something else. However, if they don't match, you will never get to where you need to be. And that's what I've been trying to teach you in the Savage Room. When we break down things that we do, it is for you to understand the self-determination, self-love, self-empowerment. These powerful words are affirmations that we forget about because we say they are puny to what we're doing. But the smallest words and the most misused words are the most powerful words. That's why they are used to manipulate people. Okay, so I just gave you a little bit about overcoming, but I'm gonna ask you a question. So let's get down to asking the question. Sorry, I'm still sick. Anyway, yes, I'm blowing my nose on camera. Anyway, so I told you it's a real household. Allergies suck. Let's break it down to self-determination. My question to all of you is this. Ladies, when you get an idea in your head and you go tell your friends and your friends are looking at you and they're amen-ing your corner and they're amen-ing you and telling you this is what you need to do and yeah, let's do this. But you got that one friend that's going to come back to you and say, girl, you ain't got no business doing that. You ain't got no skill to do that. Where you going to get the money from? When a person brings up monetary gain, you have to be careful of two things. First, is that person mapping out the journey that you're about to take, or is that person mapping out how they can manipulate themselves into the journey you're about to take? You have to understand the difference between friends. There are acquaintances, there are what we like to call frenemies, and then there are friends. But we don't have that many friends in our lifetime. Matter of fact, the trifecta of 3 comes into friendship, comes into relationship, comes into everything. You might say, I got 10 friends. No, you only have 3. 3 of those friends are the people who really give a damn about what you're doing. The rest of them are acquaintances. Now, acquaintances can have different parts too. What does this have to do with you learning your fulfillment and you learning your self-determination? You cannot have an amen corner when you're trying to learn self-determination. The person that's going to tell you the truth is going to be the person that's going to excavate you over the fence of fear. Now, sometimes we be like, this person condescending as hell. This person just don't ever say nothing positive. To build resilience, you can't hear positive acts all the time. And the problem with society is that we say we're supposed to panty pamper. I like to call it panty pamper because you pat you on your back every good thing you do. But a true leader is going to say, you did this good, but let's go here. To push yourself to a different level is how you build up resilience. To push yourself to a level to say, okay, I finished this. Now let's take on this. That is learning the determination of you. A lot of us don't have that determination. We have it, I'm strong. You can be strong and weak in the same sentence. But understand, sometimes when you say, I'm strong, I got this, and you cry, you are showing your vulnerability. Vulnerability is where I'm strong takes over I'm weak while I'm saying I'm strong. The facade of you're strong doesn't hold up if you don't have the determination to be there. Anybody who is a manipulator, anybody who's a magician can understand when you're not strong, but you're saying it. Speaking into the atmosphere helps you mentally, but physically and spiritually, you have to go on the journey of I'm strong. What did you overcome? Why are you still fearing this? Why is this still a problem? When you actually, what we call confront ourselves, determination changes. There is a transition between determination and self-accountability. No one likes accountability name because that means that it's all your fault. Accountability doesn't mean it's all your fault. It means that you have taken on the problem, you have said what the problem is, and now you are determined to change it. There's a difference when you actually learn what healing means. And self-determination, you have to heal yourself to always be able to be determined to get to the point you want to heal yourself. Which that is why resilience is always held up by fear. fear pops in the picture when you got to empower their resilience to be determined to get to where you need to be. It's like that all the time. But the reason why some of us can hit the point, hit it, and cry about it, and get the fuck on is because the fear that we have is that we'll never have the resilience. That's still a problem. It's called the strong woman's problem. The queen's adversary is always the queen who fight with the fear of what you can't do. All of us who are strong have that queen and king's adversary. When we challenge it is when we transition it to determination. Fear transitions to determination. How do we do it? You have to face the resilience and the empowerment of yourself. Then you bring up self-love and self-care and all of that. But if you don't fix yourself, no one else can fix you. Well, I know some people are going, yeah, but God can fix you. Listen here. God put some things on this earth for a reason. Self is one of them. And he said, if you cannot believe in yourself, then believe in me. And if you know the Bible, when he says believe in me, he's still saying believe in yourself too. You're not paying attention. You like playing with words, but master manipulators will play with words really quickly. Because they'll say, believe in that man standing on the pulpit preaching to you. Believe in that psychologist. Believe in that therapist. What happened to self? Because a self journey has nothing to do with another person. See, a lot of y'all get mad at me because I talk about you fixing you. You like to throw the accountability and the determination, and you like to have what is called the amen corner to push you on. Inside of that amen corner is a master manipulator, a magician, and an illusionist, as they are masking your problems that you still have. And 10 years down the road, you're going to come up with a hell of a new problem that's going to be 10 times worse because you still got the first problem. But then y'all get mad and y'all say, well, baby whisper, before you say it, yes, I have a degree in counseling. And no, I don't believe in counseling. What I believe in is self-helping people get through a journey. When I say self-helping people, if I give you the tactics and I take you through a tactic, then I say go do it yourself. If you call me 25 times in that day, that means you ain't heard a damn word I just said. You are always going to be manipulated into doing something that somebody else wants you to do. How you think narcissists get away in this world? Because everyone has that point in their life where they forget about self-determination and they always want an amen corner. You can't always have an amen corner. And again, some of the people sitting in your amen corner is wolves and sheep. I hate when they say that because I love wolves. My spirit animal is the wolf. I love wolves. They are coyotes. See, a wolf is loyal to their pack and a wolf is loyal to themselves. The problem that you have is, and you're thinking about, are coyotes. Coyotes are lone. They are lone people. They do not ever have a pack. Think about it. Coyotes don't have a pack. Now they will have a spouse that they'll either turn on their spouse and kill their young if they think their spouse is not loyal to them. Coyotes have no loyalty at all. Wolves have loyalty. There's a difference of packs. There's a pack that's determined to stay a pack so they can keep their bloodline. Then there's a pack that will kill everything and everybody to get to be the dominant. Which pack are you? Human beings have a whole different thing. Sometimes I think we are the biggest master manipulators you can find. It's probably somebody in that universe that's more master manipulated than us, but we ain't found them yet. So, what I'm saying to you is, your determination is what they attack first. Think about it. As a kid, you a superhero. You can do any damn thing. You can go out. Your mama gonna tell you, don't do that. And you gonna be like, okay. And then as soon as she turn her back and go in that house, you gonna go see, I'm about to prove her wrong. That right there. The critical thinking of I'm going to challenge what you just told me has been wiped away from all of us. It has been turned into, I need your permission. I need your approval. What happened to, I'm going to challenge whatever y'all just said to me? How many of y'all was like that when y'all were kids? Somebody to tell y'all something, y'all be like, okay. And then that is a theory, right? Then you go build a hypothesis and you want to test that theory. Now, that don't mean that you ain't going to get yourself hurt and you're going to figure out that the theory was right. Most of the time we mess with our mamas, that's what we found out. Sometimes we found out there's another way to do this. Y'all remember the high road and the low road? Y'all remember those? I know if you not in our generation, and my generation is 82. So if you in the generation below 89, you don't get what I'm saying. The high road and the low road taught us critical thinking. Critical thinking is a part of self-determination. They're taking away critical thinking because they want you to always have an amen corner. Somebody always going to be in your business that don't have the best interest of heart. And the first thing they do when they take away critical thinking is self-determination. You have to determine yourself where you're going to be. But if you don't have the points to have the self-determination, because you don't even know how to heal yourself, you don't even know how to talk to yourself, you don't know how to love yourself, and what happens is self-determination crumbles because your resilience is gone. Your fulfillment of yourself is gone. The fear creeps in. And the fear is anybody going to accept me? Who the hell cares? There are some of the smartest people in this world. There are some millionaires that buy friends every day because nobody accepts that they are not going to fail to fit in anybody's box. Are they more lonely than you? Money ain't got nothing to do with this. Monetary and man gain ain't got nothing to do with this. We talking about self. There are some people who get on TV and act like they are so happy. They get on the internet and they pretend like they're so happy and they are the most miserable people in this world. But they got money. They just miserable. You can't buy self-determination. You can't buy self-love. And you damn sure can't buy loyal people. Because monetary gain always has that curse. Y'all don't know what that curse is? It's called the curse of doubt. Doubt is a curse. We don't see it that way because we hear curse and then we go to religion. And what happens is the changing of religion has changed the world. Because as man put their mark on religion, they have manipulated everybody to think certain words aren't supposed to be said. Again, the maximum manipulators will come out. Am I saying that's for everybody? No, because there's some genuine people out there that wish happiness to people. There are genuine people out there, but you got to find them through the magicians and the manipulators and the illusionists. And by the time you get to the 10th manipulator, you don't even want to find nobody else. You like, forget this path. Let's go find another one. How about you go on a self-discovery journey? How about you fix yourself? Being selfish is a part of the manipulators, by the way. Being selfless is the balance. But understanding yourself and when to give and to take away, that is when you're a master, queen, a king. Because you understand that you have to give to gain. But you do understand there is a limit to everything. And in this day and age, the limit is very high. Because you don't know who's showing you falseness. And you don't know who's showing you truth. But you do know. Because that little part inside of you says something ain't right. And when it says something ain't right, you might want to suss it out. But some of y'all be like, don't worry about it. We making money. All money ain't good money. All money is not good money. And because money is cursed by the man's master manipulator monetary gain, if you didn't know that, most of the people who have a lot of money will sell you down the river. Because the loyalty is only to themselves. A man that has loyalty is a rich man. And a man that has no loyalty to anything, including himself, is a poor man. But if you look in society, it's the opposite way. Why? Because monetary gain is the illusion that you are better than someone and you're not. What does it have to do with self-determination? I'm going to keep coming down to it because I know y'all going to be looking at me like, she just killing us. I'm just dropping it. I'm just dropping it and just dropping it. So I have a question for you. If someone knows your fear factors, and instead of helping you, they pull them out as a weapon against you, is that a friend or is that an enemy? If your brother comes to you and say, hey man, I know you got this money, you did this, and this, but you know what I did for you? I did this, and this, and now it's time for both of us to eat. If in the middle of that conversation, he didn't say how both of y'all came to the table to eat, he is pulling out fear factors to bring you down to a point where he can manipulate the situation. If y'all feel like y'all have failed 22 times, and here comes this one person that says, okay, let's try this way, but you have no gain off of this way. You feel worse than you did when you first started. He has pulled a fear tactic out on you. If someone knows your greatest fear and they use it against you 24/7, your greatest fear tactic has been pulled against you. Without you having the self-determination, you're going to let every time for that fear monger to take over. Every time. Self-determination is the cure to the paralysis of losing everything that you don't even have in your grips. Self-determination is the cure to the perfectionism. The perfectionism is everybody calling out everything you failed in, every deal that went wrong. That's perfectionism. That's what it is. It is the person that is striving for unrealistic standards, that is tearing down everything you're trying to build in silence or in your face, and you are still forgiving them. That is the perfectionism. And that perfectionism takes away all resilience in you. You are no longer determined to do what you need to do. You are determined to make that person wrong. And your self-determination has become reliable on someone else's approval. If you don't understand the tactics of people around you, your environment is so important when you're trying to find self-discovery. Self-discovery has everything to do with self-determination. Self-love is the fuel to self-determination. Self-reliance is how you understand that amen corner needs to go to the back. Your business don't need to be told to everybody. Matter of fact, it's the wrong thing to do to tell something new that you're about to do. Because in that atmosphere, you might have people who want to help you and get you to where you need to be. But also in that atmosphere, you have the naysayers. You have the manipulators. And regardless of what we think, there are people that love us that turn into very different things really quickly. And they forget that they're not here to hurt us. When I say they forget they're not here to hurt us, it's not the fact they don't understand that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. It's the fact that their version of your journey is their version. Your journey is your own version. Sometimes your potential will mix with someone else's potential, and the journey is going to be tested when that happens. But before we get there, if you don't understand yourself, you're never going to be determined to push the potential. This all ties in together. So let's back up for a second. I'm not going to hold you too long, but we gonna do this right. So let's talk about the fear of judgment. Judgment is a very big part that helps paralysis and the perfectionism win over your determination. I'm going to tell you why. Right? They like talking about social pressures and they like talking about comparison. But let's talk about the people who want to take over your journey. In self-determination, you don't ever love being or liked or whatever word you want to use. You don't like it when people compare you to someone else because you're not that person. No one person will be someone else. No one person will have the same determination journey. And being determined is a journey. It's not something that you automatically get overnight. Actually, we're born with determination. What breaks us down, in all honesty, is when we go to school. because someone else has our future in their hands, telling us what we are, what we're capable of. And the problem with many teachers are they don't understand that even the little words you say to kids or teens will break down the walls of self-determination. Some kids don't like college. They hate school, and they will thrive in a business where they don't need it because they already have the potential to use it. There are some kids that need school. They need that extra guidance. They need that extra comfort to be able to inject themselves into the society. That pumps their self-determination. And there's some of you who are mixed with both. But no one ever will win of someone else telling you something. Now, mamas and daddies, this is when y'all come in. Your mama told you that you were quite capable of anything that you want to do. Your mama told you that. Your mama told you you could stand up and do whatever the hell you want. Your mama told you that they told you you couldn't. You go out there and do it. That is what is called the minorship. Minorship means the person that birthed you, the person that you shared the body with for 9 months, the person that gave you your reasoning of doing things has now relit your self-determination. And within them relighting the self-determination, what happens is the child has a road to follow. If you let the naysayers, the manipulators, the magicians, the illusionists into that road, your child is going to go through what we call the resilience test. At 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, children going through resilience tests leads them to criminology. And that means that, why the hell am I doing the right thing when they over there doing something shady? So why don't I become a criminal too? Because we all get shady up in here. Y'all don't understand the psychology of a child. We growing up means so much to our imprint of ourselves. If you can't map out the imprint of you, if you've never had someone tell you that you can do it, I don't know how old you are watching this, but you can goddamn it do it. You don't need the comparison, because you will never hold yourself up to anybody as you compare yourself to them, because you're always going to be different. Which is why when they show kids and young girls and young guys now, when they show you bodies of these models, if anybody's ever watched American Top Model, they even go and mess with those images to make them look perfect. Humans are not perfect. We are perfectly imperfect. The imprint of us is everything we're taught and we learn. And we learn that we have to compare ourselves, and we have to get what is called the social pressure of this is what you're doing. Society is completely backwards nowadays. If y'all didn't notice that, we got all hell breaking loose. These kids are now determined to be something they were not put here to be. So their determination is failing all over the place. You fail there. You fail there. You can't do that. You're not this. You're not that. However, they are perfectly imperfect themselves. And themselves don't even have the determination and resilience to understand that these pressures are trying to manipulate them into fitting in a box they don't even damn it belong in. But some of y'all parents gonna say, my child is perfect. Your child get on that internet or that phone to their friends and be like, my mama getting on my goddamn nerves. My daddy don't even be here half the time, but he got a lot to say. If you don't understand that your child is growing in a certain different way, and in these days, the hormones they put in food, the things they see on TV, the vibrations they listen to, it is affecting your imprint of yourself. It's infecting it. And when you're already a teenager, when you become a young adult, you're already a teenager. If you never learned that you're perfectly imperfected yourself, if you don't know the imprint of, can't do this, but that's all right because I can do this. If they don't have that critical thinking and the theory, thought in their head, then you have significantly failed your children. Then this is where failure comes in. Because you are so busy trying to be a perfect person that you are not. You have forgot to be yourself and imprint yourself on your children. Because only truth sticks with everyone else. The falsehood might look like it's sticking, but shit happens. And here come karma. If y'all know anything about my videos, I talk about karma. She is the cousin to God because she really don't give a damn. She is that funny thing that comes out and show you how you have failed something. Now go fix it. That don't mean go to your kid and stop screaming at your kid. That don't mean tell your kid you going to hell. Hello, you did this to your child, so you're going first. Unless something happens. This is where accountability takes in. See, we all want to blame somebody else and they didn't give us this, they didn't give us that. When someone puts the seed in you and tell you, now you nurture it, we don't have the ability to nurture ourselves. Some of us turn into selfish and think that is making you into your big boss man. No boss, no king, no queen can be selfish. Because within being selfish, you forget about you. You're not fueling you when you're selfish. You're fueling the ideology of whatever you think you should be. Therefore, you are still lost in the sauce. Oh, I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. I ain't done yet. Now, let's talk about the fear of change. We keep hearing change and we keep thinking, when you get change from when you buy something and you get what we call the coins, we have lost because we got coins. Back in the day in 1975 to 1999, having coins meant a lot because they add the hell up. Nowadays, if you ain't got dollar bills, y'all, then you got coins, then you are losing. The meaning has switched. I'm going to tell you something. The value of coins teaches you how you must build your reputation, build your character, build to get something big. Having dollar bills teach you the quicker you do the wrong thing, the quicker you manipulate somebody, the quicker bullshit come out your mouth, you will get the big money. But that big money is also cursed. Y'all not hearing me, so I'm going to go back for a second. When you are learning determination, when you are young, you are building your coins. When you absolutely try to skip over it and jump from fixing yourself to I'm healed because I get what I'm supposed to do, you have grabbed the dollar bills of today. If y'all haven't noticed, the coins still have value. You can have a quarter and get $10,000. The dollar bill is shading itself. It means shit to other countries. Which one still means money? The coins. We were taught to gather your coins. It's teaching you the steps of resilience, of determination to get to a goal. Nowadays, we hand our kids $5 and say, go about your business. You haven't taught them anything, but their monetary gain means a lot. So whether they did the chore or they didn't pass it off to somebody else or they got somebody else to do it, they have learned to manipulate themselves. Some of y'all gonna get that. Some of y'all gonna look at me and be like, what? If you rewind it and hear it about 4 times, you get it. If you don't get it, you're gonna need the next video. But that's not the point. The point is this. We're not teaching our kids, we're not teaching ourselves that building on something. Foundation, you gotta have a foundation for a house to stand up. And they have proved that because back in 2020, when they thought they were gonna skip over some things, in certain parts of the United States, they decided not to build foundations. They decided to build what they call gravellets, which is, it's like it is a foundation, but it's a thin line of concrete. That's what they were building. Guess what happened to them houses? You can't shortcut life. I know everybody want the cheat code. Here's the cheat code. There is no cheat code. Life is lifing. What does that mean? I don't know what the hell that means. My grandma used to say that to me. I'd be like, lady, what are you smoking? What does it mean? Life is lifing means, I know what it means now. No matter what you think you're going to cheat code, no matter what you think you're going to cut corners, you still have to go through the journey to get to where you need to be without anybody being able to take it. You can't have a cheat code to self-determination because somebody going to come in there and knock your wall down. And when that happens, you're going to have all kinds of doubts and fears and, oh my God, and they're going to hit you with some couple of life and y'all going to be sitting there, yeah, we can't do this no more because this is what we doing. But in reality, the journey is about the transition. How your response is how your transition will come. And determination is that person going to win or are you going to win? The chessboard moves. Either the knight's going to come out, the joker's going to come out. Who coming out? Because the other side of the board, they're going to manipulate everybody on your team. Nobody going to be on your side. And the only thing that's going to win is when you are determined to get somewhere. Are you going to let your potential fall into the hands of your master manipulator, your magician, or your illusion? Or are you going to get the hell up and tell them? You might have had this war. Take this battle. Hand it to them. They ain't going to know what the hell you doing. And at that point, your determination has overcome one of your fears. Your fears will never leave you. They are imprinted in your imprint. They're going to be there forever. You got to fear people leaving. Oh, it's going to be there forever. You're going to be looking in on your keys, on everything. It's going to be there forever. You got to feel you ain't good enough for somebody. It's going to be there forever. What turns our fears into steps is when we understand that this might be a fear and this might happen. And if it happened, it was meant to happen. If you start understanding your fears, your determination, get steps, which is the stairway to heaven. Heaven is the goal. Not metaphorically, you know what I'm talking about. Heaven is the goal. And the steps is life. How many of them steps gonna steep up and you gonna look back and say, oh, hell no. Where the elevator at? The elevator is a treat code. Some of us be like, girl, you don't get I damn sure don't walk up no steps. I sure don't. Not since my concussion, sure don't. Elevator is the cheat code. You get there quicker. Do you really get there quicker? Because some people walking on the steps can get there quicker than you in the elevator. Why is that? It's the funny part. There go karma again. If you stop and you see something and you out and about and you think about something, somebody trying to tell you something. Y'all ever stop in the middle of the store and be like, why the hell am I thinking about that? Pay attention to your life. Everything ties into each other. Everything. But sometimes your beast gonna say, if you don't get the hell up and come on here, we got things to do. Your beast gonna say, you ain't giving up. You gonna try one more time. Your beast is gonna say, I'm not giving up this potential. Because you can never get soul potential back. It's never gonna work. Why you think some artist is so damn good but have a one track? They sold their potential. It's always gonna be in you. You just never gonna get the monetary gain that you need for your life back from it. It's just gonna be a potential that's just hanging up in there. Chilling up in the air. That's what it's gonna be. Chilling. Right there. And you gonna think, what the hell am I gonna do now? Your potential has 22 closets. Y'all ain't know that, did you? 22 closets your potential has. The way to open the door, the key, is called self-determination. A lot of us look at things and we don't like putting things together. We just like saying, oh, this is just a coincidence. Oh, this is a coincidence. A coincidence means that something has told you it's time to get up. There's always a such thing as coincidences. They're all over the damn place. There are nudges. There are your beasts. There are people put in your life. There are illusionists. Coincidences happen all the time. We just don't know how to deal with them. We look at ourselves and we say, I don't believe in this. You don't have to believe in something, but it's sure going to hit your ass and it's sure going to tell you get up. You don't got to believe in it, but it's going to show you I'm real. What you going to do then? What will you do then? What will you do then? What will you do then? That's a good question, isn't it? And for those of y'all who are saying right now, this is uncertainty. Uncertainty is your own manipulation of yourself to stop change. If you are uncertain about something that you don't want to find a definitive answer to, that's been put into your way more than once, you are manipulating yourself not to change. Whether you want to stick around other people, whether you want to be with somebody, whether you want to keep yourself in this job, nothing is going to change without you telling your uncertainty, we're going to challenge these waters. And uncertainty is the greatest way that somebody can stop your determination. None of us like to be on uncharted waters. None of us like to go through a journey we don't know where the hell this is going to end up. What makes you strong is your determination to know that no matter what somebody got to say, no matter what you think you can't do, no matter how hard you fight, your determination is going to take you to where you need to be. Your resilience is going to flare up. And when your resilience flare up, all them naysayers, all that negative energy is going to deflect. I even said that some of it ain't going to get through. There is somebody always put in our life to try to take what we got. We are always on the chessboard. You sit across either a chess master or a manipulator or a beginner like you. That's the three people you sit across the chessboard with. Whoever coming at you, no matter what you know, no matter how much that you have learned, your determination is only how you gonna win. Are you gonna checkmate or you gonna just say, damn, I lost? Because sometimes that loss you take shouldn't even be a loss. When we gonna stand up for ourselves? When are we gonna show ourselves that we are worth it? Oh my God, there's self-worth. Self-determination starts. It is the key to your door to learning yourself. If you're not determined to be something, if you're not determined to be smart, let's talk about smart. Smart. Specific, measurable, achievable, relative, town-binding goals. What did I just say? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bounding goals. Are you smart? See, when they call smart people smart, y'all keep thinking this word just means something particular. Break the word down with the letters. In order for you to love yourself, in order for you to be self-responsible, self-reliable, self-determined, you must break down the word. Smart. Are you smart? That's a question to ask yourself, right? To set your time-bounding goals does not mean you're going to achieve the goal in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. How are you taking your potential to your everyday life and determine that you are going to be the master of yourself? No one else can manipulate you to do what you know that you don't want to do. How are you going to set up your family goals? The butterfly effect comes in this part. Because self-determination to how you're going to smartly set up your, what we call generational bloodline. You set your bloodline up by being smart. Then the butterfly effect claps. Whatever happened from a situation that you did, that's when this comes into play. Told y'all, give me a second, I was going to tie it all in there. Didn't I tell y'all that? But if you don't know how to reflect yourself, self-reflection is how you get yourself back. When I say self-reflect, I don't mean tell yourself everything you did damn it wrong. When I say self-reflect on self-determination, I want you to go through every part of the journey. See your wrongs, see your rights, see what happened, see how they got you here, see how they manipulated you, see how they got you to think this way, see how you turned on this person and should have never had, see how you got rid of that person and you waited too long to do. If you don't know how to self-reflect, you must go through every integral part of the journey you just failed. Otherwise, it's going to turn into a soul tie and it's going to keep you on the failure track until you break it. Somebody can come in there and break half of this soul tie. But unless you finish it, you are always going to be tied to that person. And whatever master manipulator got that soul tie on you, let me tell you something. When they show up in your place, wherever you are, in your atmosphere, wherever you are, failure is coming. And whether you know how to break it or not, if you don't go through the whole situation and self-reflect, okay, I should have did that wrong. Okay, I should never did that. Okay, I did. But you got to let it go. I didn't say forget it. I said let it go. Tell yourself, yeah, we didn't do that right. But we got this. This is what I should did right. We ain't do that. This is what I chose to do. You have to understand that self-reflection breaks the soul tie. And then when you break the soul tie, your determination on whatever you trying to do is going to switch paths. The only how some of y'all can understand self-determination is you need that reliable person to tell you this is what you're supposed to be doing. Sometimes the journey is alone. Sometimes we have other people we have to protect. We have other people that we have to deal with. And within doing that, you have to not confuse your self-determination with somebody else's. Because a lot of people put a lot of us in danger. Not knowing they putting us in danger, we get in danger because they have all of these other, what they call baggage. The baggage sometimes is not the baggage that they bring with them. It's the ones they haven't released. And when somebody from their past, especially a magician, especially a master manipulator, when they come back, they coming back for vengeance. And if two people have a potential together to try to do something, they're going to attack you both. Nobody, when they attack, when in the rule of war, there are no rules. The rule of war is there are no rules. When they come after you, your determination is the rule of thumb. There are no rules. They're going to pull out every damn thing. They're going to go on every addiction you got. They're going to pull on everything. And your determination is waiting for you to wake the hell up. And by the time you wake up, you angry. You angry at yourself that you got here. You angry at yourself that you couldn't pull yourself out. And in all of this, the conclusion is, all you have to do is speak it. Reflect on everything that has happened. Reflect on yourself. It might not take the journey that you think you were on because the path has changed. An illusionist got on your path. It's about to change. The destination is going to be the same. So when you get there, you're going to be like, what the hell I do that for? Because you let in someone that has decided they were going to piggyback like a leech. And they ain't sucking out your blood. They ain't sucking out your blood. They sucking out all of your self-determination, all of your resilience, all of your fulfillment. And by the time you get there, you are so exhausted from pulling yourself to a place you needed to be. But you determined, right? No, you're not. But you winning, right? No, the hell you not. In order for you to understand self-determination, you have to understand that you will not always win in the game of life. But some of your defeats are more powerful than some of your wins. And you are determined to take those defeats and turn them into wins. Wrong way. Take those defeats and make a battle plan. So by the time you get to your win, you don't have that soul tie. Your determination tells you, I got here. I did this. That is how you empower your resilience. Because unless you understand yourself, you are capable of doing this yourself. You are capable of being this person. You are capable of this potential. If you don't understand yourself, you will never understand the determination of winning. Winning is a powerful thing because it changes a mind of a man. Winning is very powerful because your determination is no longer to take the journey. Your determination now is to win. You have been manipulated to think winning is the end goal. The journey is the end goal because any goddamn thing can happen on the journey. Determination is a journey to a potential that you need to be. Your potential is with you. But at the end of that road is this big goal that is within your potential. Determination is not the end goal. It is the journey to learn you. And this is how you get there, with using your self-determination and your resilience. If you don't understand that, you are not ready to move anywhere. Because you keep thinking that selflessness makes you vulnerable and selfishness makes you a boss. You never can get anywhere with selfishness. It is an illusion of falsehood that they have made to hold you back. Then you think, I'm a person that gives. You give too much. There is a limit to everything. There's a limit to how many pieces you can have on the chessboard of life. There is a limit to who you are. There is a limit to every damn thing. Because you can't overrun yourself with somebody else's illusion. But you can be determined to be the best person that you are. And within that resilience of you, you will find yourself winning all over the place. Y'all can't be doing things for other people that's going to take out half of you. Because replacing you is the illusion, falsehood of the other person. You are no longer determined to be the best of what you want to be. You are now falsely being the best of something that's not even you. Now I'm going to stop there because I done went into my hour, which I normally do anyway when I'm in the savage room. I don't give a damn what come out my mouth. We in Queendomship, this is all about training and teaching and learning. And what I've taught you, if you didn't learn anything today, learn the determination to be you. Because you are the most important thing. If you are in this game of life to be someone else, you're never going to win. The win is not the win. The win is completing the journey. Determine yourself to get somewhere. Go on the journey. Learn it. Learn yourself while you're doing the journey. Understand why you are put on this journey. And you'll find yourself in a whole different part of the chessboard. It's the Baby Whisper. We in the savage room, and this is Queendomship. This is Queendomship number 3. And if you ain't get nothing I just said, you will understand the fear that you have to overcome yourself. If you don't understand determining yourself to do it, set the journey for yourself. Determine that you're going to get there. But don't forget the journey. Because within that journey, you're going to find yourself learning self-love, self-accountability, self-resilience. You're going to learn yourself. You can't skip the journey without being determined to get to the end. It's not about the win. It's about the power to get there. Y'all know what to do. Join the Savage Room. Watch us on my videos that are inside the Savage Room. Take some of the tests that's in the Savage Room. Color. Have a little bit of fun. Get your girlfriends together. I have a girlfriend party getting to come up, and I will be talking about that. We get together and we talk about all the wrong things we do. I got a question. Does anybody ever get together and y'all just want to uplift each other? I ain't talking about going to a spa that half of y'all can't afford. I ain't talking about doing no damn nails. I ain't talking about drinking either. How about you drink some of the positivity of life? Did that become a facade that, don't nobody want to do anymore? Because if y'all want to call yourself girlfriends and y'all want to call yourself friends, then a friend is always supposed to uplift you into a part where you forget to see. A friend always opens up another door for you. They don't walk you through the door. They open the door. Because without the key of determination, you're never going to go through the door. Y'all know what to do. If you whisper, I will hear you. It's the Baby Whisper and the movement in the Savage Room for Queendomship. Be determined for yourself. Understand yourself. Love yourself and take that journey. I believe in you.